Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Tyler Merkovich with Emery Hunt-Azardo Playbook. Week 4 of the NFL season is upon us. Sunday Night Football presents Pittsburgh hosting San Diego. Pittsburgh really needs to bounce back. 2 losses in a row after the home opener. San Diego bounces back after their loss against Baltimore by taking care of Miami at home. And San Diego looks legit, but there's problems on the offensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh and the run game, but they had a lead against Cincinnati. It was a breakdown late. This is going to be a good game in my mind. What are your keys to victory for the road team here and North Turner?
Keys to victory for San Diego, you got, as we always say, you have those big wide receivers. You have to love Phillip Rivers as a quarterback. He reminds me a lot of Dan Marino with that release, his big body, and he's a competitor. They're going to try to attack Pittsburgh deep with those big wide receivers. They like to play up top. So that's the keys to victory, number 1. 2, they have to be consistent at running the football with Sproles. And is Thompson going to play? We don't know. So that's still up in the air. If they get Thompson, great. If they don't, they still got Sproles and Michael Bennett, and Jacob Hester. So they have to stay consistent with that running game, try to keep Pittsburgh off balance with that blitz. Speaking of the blitz, third keys to victory, they have to protect Rivers, because Pittsburgh can get after the quarterback.
Pittsburgh beat them twice last year in 3 Rivers, but Vincent Jackson, he's coming up huge. He's going to open up things for Antonio Gates. And Darren Sproles, he is lightning fast. We've talked about him. He might be the fastest guy in the NFL out of all those fast dudes.
And you see what happens when you get into a 3 wide receiver set. Pittsburgh has problem with a 3 wide receiver set. And you have the same situation. You have Chambers, Jackson, Gates, and now you have Floyd that's coming along.
Their weakness is their secondary, Legadeni Nanandu. And they have Palomalu's out, of course, so that's going to be a problem. And they could still get some yards. They're not going to get crazy yards against Pittsburgh, because that front 7, that 3-4, Dick LeBeau brings it. That's why I like San Diego in this game. But how can Pittsburgh, Ben Roethlisberger, get off the schneid and avoid a 3-game losing streak?
Tighten up loose ends. No drop passes. No more fumbles.
Lyman Sweet.
If Lyman Sweet catch that pass, there's Cincinnati goes to 1 and 2. So tie up your loose ends. Pass protection. Bengals were able to get some rush on Ben Roethlisberger, so you have to tie up that pass protection. You have to catch the ball. No turnovers. Secondary has to make a play. You have to finish. What I like about Pittsburgh is what happened after the game. The focus that Tomlin showed in that press conference. He's going to have his team ready to play. One thing I want Pittsburgh to keep working on. You saw the running game started to have some breakthrough this week. Now, if they can continue that the whole game, Pittsburgh will be fine. I don't think Pittsburgh is going to lose at home for a third time. This is a really good team. They're going to get it together and rally around that team. They don't want to lose on their home field, especially to a team that they hate in San Diego. I like the Steelers.
I like what I see out of Rivers. And, that game, San Diego-Baltimore, that could be an AFC championship right there. So that was one of the best games of the year. We'll see. San Diego, I like what they're doing enough on defense. Their offense just looks dynamite, even without Tomlinson. I know they had that injury to Hardwick on the offensive line, but they're going to make progress as the weeks go on with their fill-in. He'll get better as practice goes on. I'm taking the Chargers. For more NFL coverage, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.